the Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, and Mark Antony love triangle. The political affair that almost saved Egypt, only to destroy it. The last Egyptian pharaoh was neither Egyptian nor male. Cleopatra VII came from the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty and was infamous for her personality, wit, and beauty. If there is anything else, Cleopatra was also known for her lover affairs and the struggles that came along with it. There is no denying that by the time Cleopatra came into power, Egypt was in steady decline. The only way she could help save her empire was by gaining an external support. That's when Julius Caesar entered the picture. The strengthening of Egyptian-Roman ties with an affair. After Cleopatra became the Egyptian ruler, her brother-turned-husband tried sabotaging her. He wanted the entire Egyptian empire for himself and went to great lengths to win the trust of the council members of the kingdom. Still burning with the desire to save her empire, Cleopatra decided to approach the mighty Caesar and convince him to help keep her empire. After Caesar defeated Pompey, he was in Alexandria. During this grand celebration, Cleopatra hatched a plan to convince the Roman dictator before he too would fall prey to her brother's tactics. She smuggled herself into the royal palace and perfectly landed in Caesar's room. Caesar was taken by the Egyptian pharaoh at first glance. After coaxing him to sleep with her, Cleopatra revealed the distress she had faced back in Egypt. Caesar immediately agreed to help her by providing her with all the support she needed, and thus Cleopatra got what she came for. That affair didn't end there. Soon Cleopatra discovered that she was pregnant with Caesar's child. She bore Caesar, his only son, and named him Ptolemy Caesar, or Caesarion, meaning Little Caesar. Hearing this news, the Romans were outraged. Having an heir with semi-Roman blood from the uncivilized Egyptian society was unacceptable to them. The situation only escalated after Caesar died. Cleopatra was convinced to raise his son as the heir to Rome. On the other hand, Caesar passed on his legacy to his grandnephew Octavian, or Augustus. However, Roman general Mark Antony was also in competition for power. With Cleopatra around, Augustus set his eyes on the Egyptian empire to expand his governance. Cleopatra once again found her kingdom at the brink of danger. The second affair to save the empire. When Cleopatra was in Rome, she became friends with Mark Antony. With her authority in danger once again, she requested to meet Antony in Tarsus, present-day Turkey. Just as she seduced Caesar into the deal, she planned to try similar but grander tactics to attract Antony towards her and gain his trust. This goes without saying. Antony was so taken with Cleopatra that he forgot why he came in the first place. Instead, he left his wife in Rome and spent maximum time with this lady pharaoh at Tarsus. Within a year, Cleopatra gave birth to Antony's twins, Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene II. However, this happy love story didn't last for long. At the other end in Rome, Augustus went on a rampage to assert that he deserved the sole power. When the news of the recent affair of Antony with Cleopatra reached Augustus, he declared war against the Egyptian empire. Wanting to save his lover's pride, Antony too participated in the war. That didn't end well for the lovers. Augustus was successful at defeating the Egyptians and overtook the empire. Through this long and bloody battle, not only did Augustus win over the pharaoh, but he was also successful at defeating Antony, and thus became the first sole ruler of the Roman Empire. Humiliated and defeated, Antony tried killing himself by falling on his sword, an old Roman tradition, but he was unsuccessful at that as well. His wounded body was then taken to Cleopatra, who was hiding in a mausoleum. Antony took his last breath in his lover's arms and met his tragic ending. Unable to face the embarrassment of losing her kingdom, Cleopatra too soon died. Thus came an end to the age of pharaohs, and Rome became the new superpower of the world.